In this video, I'll demonstrate how to plot the mortality rate for a population using the Gompertz curve in MyCurveFit.com and with the MyCurveFit Excel Add-In. I have a data set that I'd like to chart, with the age representing the x-axis values and the number of deaths in a population of 70,000 representing the y-axis values. The Gompertz curve fit equation is y equals a multiplied by e raised to the b multiplied by x. I've written this equation using the EXP notation here. First, I'll perform the curve fit using MyCurveFit.com. I'll navigate to MyCurveFit.com in my browser and log into my account. I'll clear the example data in the X and Y field and copy my data from Excel. Next, I'll paste the data into MyCurveFit and answer the prompts about how my data is organized. The left-hand column contains my x-axis data, and I'll press Apply to confirm the data has been organized appropriately. Next, we'll need to update the fit method. I'll select the Fit Method drop-down menu, and because the Gompertz fit is not a pre-configured option, I'll select User Defined. For further assistance in defining your fit, select the How to Define My Fit hyperlink for additional information and supported functions. I'll copy the curve equation from Excel and paste into the first text field. Pressing Apply, you'll notice the fit does not immediately appear to be a good fit for the data. The R-squared reported is quite low, and the fit line does not follow the data points. In this case, I'd like to update the initial estimates. For more information on initial estimates and constraints, click the associated hyperlinks. If you have any rules of thumb or heuristics for computing the starting point estimates beyond fixed numerical values, then you can write a function to do that. For example, a minimum data point. You can see some examples of heuristics, variables, and conditional expressions here. I know from previous analyses that a good starting point estimate for parameter b is 0. I'll enter an initial estimate of 0 for parameter b, and when we press Apply, you can see the fit more appropriately models the data, and the R-squared value is much higher. You can find more information about the fit by expanding the Parameters dropdown, export the equation using the Export Equation option, or export or share the fit using the export options below. Now let's perform the same analysis from directly within Excel using the MyCurveFit Excel Add-In. Back in Excel, I have the same data, and I've also created a plot data table and the curve chart that will automatically be populated once we calculate the curve fit parameters. For more information on creating a plot data table and corresponding curve chart, please see the associated video. Recall that when plotting our fit on MyCurveFit.com, we needed to update the starting point estimates for our parameters. To do this, I'll use the User-Defined Advanced function, which allows me to enter starting point estimates and constraint minimum and maximum values for our two parameters. I've added a table here to house our estimates and constraints, with the starting point estimate for parameter b set to 0. If you do not wish to constrain the parameters or provide an initial estimate, simply leave these fields blank. To calculate our curve fit parameters, I'll select the cells to house my parameters, 2 for parameters a and b, a third for the R-squared value, and an additional row to include the headers. Next, I'll begin typing equals MyCurveFit and scroll down to the User-Defined Advanced option. I'll highlight the data x and y values, followed by the curve fit equation, and finally the cells containing my estimates, maximum, and minimum values. I'll press Ctrl-Shift-Enter to apply the function, and now that our parameters have been calculated, you can see our curve chart has been updated to include the fit line based on our plot data table. For more information on the User-Defined Advanced function, please see the associated video. If you have any questions about plotting mortality data using a user-defined curve fit equation in MyCurveFit.com or the MyCurveFit Excel Add-In, please email us at support@myassays.com.